a little Star-Spangled Banner, other known as our national anthem. Well done. Bill Urban.
Yes.
Good morning.
When I saw my name on the list for the invocation, I was reminded of my many years in Rotary that we try to keep things politically correct and non-denominational. So with that in mind, let us pray that someday the importance of being politically correct will take a back seat to being spiritually correct. Let us pray for the wisdom that allows us to encourage and celebrate the diversity of Rotarians around the world. Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, and all others, rather than sterilize our petitions by denying our differences. Let us pray that each of us becomes sufficiently secure in our faith that we are not offended or threatened or somehow diminished by the open celebration of a different faith. And let us grow in the understanding that a commitment to diversity is perhaps the real tie that binds. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bill. Megan, good morning. Who do we have today as guests?
We gotta give Nellie some props. She's 2 guests again this week. You're on fire, Nellie. Your guests. We have Kevin Becerra and Jean and Yambu. And guests of Cindy and Gordon, we have John Rice and Oscar, or Joan, sorry.
Reyes.
Looking at the J here. Oscar Rice and Joan Rice.
Reyes.
Sorry. I'll get better at this, I promise. So thank you everyone for bringing guests, and I hope you, our guests, enjoy our meeting today.
Thank you, Megan. Well, it looks like the bar is being raised 2 guests at a time. 2 guests at a time, 2 weeks in a row. Those of you who have not brought a guest this year, I know how you're feeling right now. You really want to go out and find a guest for this Rotary. All right, just a couple reminders. Don't come here next week because Brookside is closed. There will be, though, a bet at the board this morning that at least one person will show up. It's probably Chris. But next week and the following week, meetings are off campus, but they're at 7:30. Mike's going to give you an update on where they are.
Okay, actually, I think we're going to have a pool on who will show up here, and a $20 prize, and guess who it will be. But next week we are at the Gather Meeting Place, which is at the top of Shimerville Hill. I have a picture of the sign where you enter their driveway. I'll put that in the newsletter for next week so you can see that. Regular time, those who are working at the table, be there regular time, 7 o'clock, and we'll start the meeting just as we normally do. So I think you're going to really enjoy it. I wasn't going to put a menu in that Cindy Feldman put together. It's a little special menu just for us. I think you're going to enjoy it. So see you next week at Gather, top of Shimerville Hill.
So everybody knows where that is, right?
Next to Hendricks.
Next to Hendrickson's Furniture. It's the second entrance after Hendrickson's.
It used to be the shooting gallery.
Used to be the shooting club. Yep.
It used to be a drive-in movie. Oh, nice.
That was back in what, the late 60s?
In the stagecoach age.
Next time, be careful how much information you provide. Bob, tell us what's going on with Wilmer Schultz.
I spoke to Wilmer yesterday. He's home since last Saturday. He has a home health aide and he's getting PT every other day, and he has to do his PT on the off days. He sounded pretty good. He's a little upset because of all the physical therapy he has to do, because they're really pushing him very hard, but he wants to send his regards. He says he'll be back at Rotary on the 17th of February, so we'll look forward to seeing him.
If you speak to him, please give all of our best.
It was nice that Gordy and his wife visited him on Wednesday.
Gordy Shantz. Yeah, hey guys, he's home. So if anybody feels like having a laugh or two, feel free to stop by and see him. He's a cool dude. Dr. Moyer, Tony, do you want to say something now about the four-way speech? Before Tony jumps into this, I just want everybody to know the four-way speech is one of my personal favorite things that we do as a club, interacting with the students at the high school. We typically have the winner or a couple of them come in sometimes to do the speech here.
Yes.
But there are 3 specific contests, and Tony's going to elaborate on that a little bit right now.
Well, the first of the contests is for just our Emmaus High School Interact students, and that will take place on February 13th at Emmaus High School at 6 p.m.
16.
Actually, it's the 13th.
It is.
Yes, it's the 13th. I checked, but we still need help for that. There are different roles that I need volunteers for, a judge, or there's something called a teller and a timekeeper. So if you're able and interested, please join us, or you can come just to be in the audience. That would be great as well. And we also, our club, we kind of host the North Region speech contest as well. So our winner from Emmaus High School will then go on to the North Region contest, which will be held at Willow Lane on March 28th at 10 a.m. So then the North Region clubs will send their winners for that regional contest. I could use help for that too, if anyone's interested in being a judge or some other role, the teller or the timekeeper, that would be helpful as well. And that's on March 28th at 10 a.m. So please let me know. Next week we have a meeting. I have quite a few students who are interested, more than we've had in the past. And that doesn't mean they're actually going to do it, but it seems like we have about 10 students who are really interested in participating. That would be more than we've had in a long time. So hope that happens. And as I said, Jill Keebler from Emmaus High School, who shows at Emmaus High School, has gotten students involved. So that's been a big plus.
Okay, thanks Tony. Thanks for everything you're doing with that. And thanks to the interactive committee.
What does the winner of the four-way contest, speech contest, get at Emmaus High School?
A trip to Aruba, I believe it is.
Local version of the home game.
It varies. I know for what we've been doing for our own club, we've been giving them, because we've only had 2 or 3 contestants, so we give them each something. I think the top prize in this club could be up to $200. The North Region, then it increases. I don't remember offhand what it is. Maybe $300, and then for the district contest, that's like $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
It's a monetary prize each time.
I will tell you guys, last year when Cindy was DG and that was part of the conference, was to see the winners of the district come in. I mean, you sat there with chills for an hour listening to these kids talk. I mean, the speeches were unbelievable. These kids are going places. I mean, it is a phenomenal speech contest at the district conference level. So that's one thing we'll be talking about a little bit, the district conference coming up. If you want to go for a one day so you can catch that, it would be worth your while. Okay, so executive committee has been hard at work behind the scenes, discussing on how we can do things to improve and so forth. Just wanted to provide some feedback for the committee chairs that what we're finding is we're having a very good response and attendance if you're hosting your committee meetings prior to the Thursday meeting, like at 7 o'clock. The chairs are getting back to me and saying, hey, there's more people making these meetings, and that makes complete sense. It's not easier to get here a half an hour earlier for a committee meeting, except for Frank, who likes to sleep in the morning, and instead of having a whole night where you have to take off and go do a committee. So we're basically telling this to the committee chairs, consider having your committee meetings prior to the meeting, and you'll probably be surprised by how more people get engaged. Also, wanted to make a reminder to everybody, we're also been discussing how much time we give to our program to our presenter for the day and when we should be stopping the meeting and so forth. There's a lot of mixed feelings on this one, at least on the end time of our meetings. So what we're gonna do is, if the meetings run over, they run over. We're not gonna steadfast this and end at 8:30 because it's not fair to the presenter, number one, and also you guys may wanna be hearing more of what the presenter wants to say. But we have to remind everybody that you're not being rude in any way if you get up at 8:30 and you excuse yourself quietly, okay? Everybody still has real life outside of Rotary, so know that you're not breaking rules, know that you're not offending anyone, and we also prepare the presenter to know that at 8:30 you may have a bunch of people just walk out, so be ready for that. Just wanted to mention that. So believe it or not, I got another email from Peter, so I'm way behind on my sayings for the week, but these jumped off the page that he just sent me yesterday. Admit that all of us have weaknesses and plan a balanced living. Okay, what do we got from the floor? He's a smart dude. And he always ends with educationist. I'll have to reread that. I knew that, the educationist for me is.
Are we doing announcements?
Sure.
Okay, I just wanted to remind everybody for the food feeding day, it's after the board meeting, so we'll meet at Bethel Pantry at around 10. We have Val Denise, Gary Guthrie, Gary and Dee, Bill Erdman, and Joe Pugliese. And our record is packing in 18 minutes, so I expect to try to beat that every time. Also, I just wanted to report, last week we had several people that liked the Rwanda guy and that project. And I had remembered in the back of my mind that another club was asking about doing that, but I couldn't remember which one. Turns out I've had contact, it's the Doylestown Club. They have a guy in their club that's gonna connect with that guy from Rwanda. And I said, if possible, we may consider partnering with a project with you. But that way it goes through and we get the match and everything. So we'll wait and see what we can do.
We slid that into the agenda for this morning. By the way, today is a board meeting immediately following in the room in the back. All committee chairs are absolutely asked, recommended to be there to give us an update, and also all members are welcome to attend. If everyone wants to attend, we can just hold it right here. So we're going to talk about Rwanda and what happened with that last week. Richard.
Membership meeting next Thursday at the Gather, 7 a.m. I will put it in the trumpet and I will also email all committee members. Anyone's welcome.
Cool. Alicia.
Yes. The International Women's Day Committee meets on next Tuesday at my house, please, at 5 o'clock, so we'll see you there. We have a few nominations to go over. Thank you.
You did, how'd you do? You got? Good, beautiful. So you're not stressing anymore then? You look really relaxed.
Yes,
You know, typically you're kind of like bouncing around and stuff. This is good to see you
I am very
chilling.
relaxed. I'm more relaxed than you are.
Any other announcements from the floor? All right, cool, man. We're moving along. How about the raffle?
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Wade.
All right, so I'll pick the first one out, and then we'll go from there. See here. So the first one I have is 879. Hey, that's not
Hey, I just realized I didn't get one.
Give him the money then.
SOL? SOL, LOL. That's on tape. Got it.
All right, next one is 881.
Greg, that's 2 weeks in a row, isn't it?
Is that a bonus?
Just pointing it out. I really am aware up here.
Fix it. You didn't answer that.
All right.
Okay, we got 871.
871.
I finally took my seat this time.
Table nepotism. Hey, Sarge, how you doing?
Now, when you people come early for these meetings, please don't forget to sign in, pay your dues, or get your raffle ticket. Some of you come early and then wander out at 7:35 and have to quick sign up. Right, Steve? Some people do that, yes. Not mentioning anything, so.
Just, I need to make a note. This is the earliest I've ever been, thanks to Mike. I'm blaming everything on Mike anymore. It's easy to skip over Alexa and go to the first VP.
So then we're just gonna get happy dollars from you because you're happy to be here?
I don't have any cash on me today.
So we're missing some pins. Eileen, I believe you're missing a pin. Gary, you're missing a pin, right? I did get, now we can leave at 8:30, but those of you that leave early like Ashley, that is a fine. So leaving at 8:30 is okay, leaving before 8:30 is a fine.
Wow. See you later, Ash.
Do we have any happy dollars?
All right, I got $5 happy, 2 things. As I mentioned last week, I was voted the vice chair of the Lehigh Valley Wine Society. It was a very tight race with only one person running. But I'm happy to do that. I'm having a wine tasting February 9th, Sicilian wines, and you don't have to be a member to come. So it's over at the Gourmet Buffet and Grill next to Dorney Park, and that's Sicilian wines, $40, dinner and wine. There's 13 wines. You get to drink 13 wines. And usually by that time, you know, we have as happy a time as we have here in the morning. The second thing is I'm going to Florida next week, so I won't be here. You'll miss my happy face.
Just out of curiosity, is it buffet this morning because you're sitting next to the broche? Karen?
There you go, yeah.
The broches? Do you have a broche? A broche for Joe to let him know that buffet? Yeah. That's a, oh, presidential fine. Does everybody think that Don should get fined?
Yeah.
How much? $2?
For what?
Just for him being sergeant at arms?
You know, the sergeant at arms missed something here. We got 3 foreigners. We have a Brit, a Argentinian, and an Italian guy. So you missed it.
And a Mexican.
Yeah, but you got to be sitting in a
There's got to be a Polish person sitting there too, right?
No, I can thank you $2. Up until the point that Eric offered to sit at the table, I wanted to dispense the room, and I did take a shower this morning. What went wrong?
Yes, no comments, no comments. So glad to be back from Cambodia. You will hear about it sometime. Thank you.
Bob, you have something?
I'm happy because my grandson Carter participated in the Rockathon at Ira Middle School. And this is a Rockathon to generate funds for support of a beach house down in Delaware for cancer patients. And they raised $27,000 at the Rockathon, and Carter's team won Best Decorated Rocker.
Dale?
I have $2 happy. It's been a long time since I've ever been here on time. It's fine, so I'm happy.
I figured that was it.
Gary?
So I forgot my pin today, so part of my happy dollars or whatever. So I have happy news. Tomorrow is my last day at Merchants Bank. I will be joining Embassy on Monday. So I'm very excited. Good. Physically, I'll be over here at the country, so I'll be the commercial lender over there. So I'm very excited.
Any other happiness going on?
I'm happy if I can give you an IOU for next week.
With interest, of course you can.
Fine, perfect. I'm proud to announce that my youngest daughter, Morgan, last Thursday qualified for districts as a freshman in the 500 freestyle, the swim team. It's most special to me because I was a 500 swimmer in high school. So she's really come a long way. This year she really started practicing, and I mean it's a huge feat to make districts your freshman year. So we're really excited. All right, Mike. Thanks everybody for your happy dollars. Mike's going to introduce our presenter today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I need to have you do something because Diane was scheduled to be here January 2, and her presentation was predicated on starting the new year properly. So I need you to think January 2. Okay, it's now January 2, and we're getting the new year started off right and being organized and all. So this is her bio. So here we go. Diane Albright is a certified professional organizer and productivity consultant. She's a nationally recognized expert and has worked with Fortune 500 companies. Diane is the creator of 10 Minutes a Day to Organizing Success and Work Piles Made Easy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Work Piles Made Easy. I like that. As a regular contributor on television, in books and magazines, Diane has been featured as an expert on HGTV, TLC, QVC, Alphabet Soup, NBC, CBS, and the Fox Network. For the past 12 years, Diane has been doing segments on organizing for WFMC Channel 69 News. So again, it's January 2, and Diane Albright. Here you go.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay, good, perfect. Let me just switch screens here. Okay. Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. January happens to be Get Organized Month. It's called Go Month. It's designated that by the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals, which I'm a member of. So today, I'm going to talk about productivity and getting organized. Productivity we all can use at home or in the workplace. So what I'm going to talk about, apply it to whichever you need to, or to both would be even better. So to be more productive, what you need to do is master to-do lists. And there's some steps to mastering a to-do list. The first thing what you need to do is determine your goals. So in order to determine your goals, what you want to do is make a list of everything that would make you happy. So, and if you want to follow along too, I have handouts on the table. I brought 50 along. I was told there should be 50 here, so if you don't have one, you might be able to grab one from another table. So to determine your goals, make a list, everything that would make you happy. It might be losing weight, it might be getting in shape at work, it might be generating more revenue, it might be getting along with your coworkers, it might be motivating somebody at work. So make a list of everything that would make you happy. Then look at that list of all the different things, like I said, it could be anything. Look at the list and try and decide what are the 3 most important things to you that would make you the happiest. And when you look at the list, look at some that might be related to the other. So you might want to lose weight, but you might want to run a marathon. Well, losing weight would help you to run a marathon, so work on losing weight first. You might want to have more family time, but you want to get organized, so get organized first, because that might easily give you more family time. So look at that. Then circle the 3 most important to you. So, for example, lose weight, get organized, and be kinder. And then once you have those 3 circled, decide on what is your number 1 priority, and your number 2, your number 3, so you know what to work on first, because you only want to work on, try to work on only 1 goal at a time. Maybe 2 if your first goal doesn't take up a lot of time. You can only excel at 1 thing at a time, maybe 2. So don't try and do all these goals at once. And don't think goals have to be done the first of the year. You should be doing goals throughout the year. So don't think, oh my gosh, I missed my New Year's resolution, I have to wait till next January 1st. No, do it throughout the year. So then when you have those 3, like I said, pick the number 1. So for example, lose weight was the number 1 that I had there. Now these are not my goals, but I could lose some weight too. But anyway, then what you want to do is write the steps to losing weight. The exact steps. So you want to research a diet maybe, select the diet, meal plan, grocery shop, prepare the food, and maybe have a daily weight log. So whatever it is to give you that accountability, whatever is going to get you there. But write down the exact steps. Don't just say lose weight and I'm going to eat better. You're probably not going to get there. Step 2 is set aside your goal for right now and create a master to-do list. What's a master to-do list? That's everything that you need to do. But keep in mind, have a separate one for home, have a separate one for work. Don't commingle the two. And on that list, put everything. It might be schedule eye doctor appointment. Don't just put scheduled doctor appointment. Be very specific, say eye doctor, because when you go back to look at your list, you're like, okay, wait, what kind of doctor? I have it exactly what it is, so you can look at it and know. If you have to call your mom, and you want to chat, or you want to ask her something, write what it is. You want to ask her about dinner. If you have to change the oven light bulb, but you need to buy a light bulb to change it, don't write change oven light bulb, because you're going to look at it and say, oh wait, I can't do it, I need a light bulb. So instead, write buy oven light bulb, so you know exactly what you have to do. If you kind of notice, they're all starting with a verb of exactly what to do. And so then keep going on with that list, and then look at the list and circle the 3 most important things to do that day. Even though they may all be important, but the 3 most important. And so when you get up in the morning, you know right where to begin. So on that to-do list too, you also want to include the first step to your goal. So it's research a diet. And if you know you're going to get through that first step quickly, you might want to put the second step to the goal. But anyway, so you're going to do your to-do list, circle the 3 most important things. As you get them done, you want to cross them out. Feels good to put a line through it. And then after you get those 3 done, you circle the next 3 most important things. And you repeat that process throughout the day. At the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to look at your list, add to it. So before you leave work, if you leave work at 5 o'clock, maybe around 4:30, 4 o'clock, think of all the things that you need to do that you need to add to that list, because it's much harder to think of them when you come back tomorrow, because you've already got home, you've been involved in different things, and when you get back in the morning, it's hard to remember what to do. So update your list. At home, update your to-do list before you go to bed. You might even want to have it on your nightstand. So as you're getting ready for bed, you're thinking of things, update it. And then circle the 3 most important things to start on tomorrow, if you don't have any circled that weren't completed today. Then this way, when you wake up or you go to work, you know exactly where to left off. You don't have to have that cup of coffee to get a clearer mind and think, where did I leave off? You know exactly where to start. You're going to be focused. Step 3 is to create checklists. What do I mean by checklists? Checklists are for repetitive tasks. What type of repetitive tasks are there? A packing checklist, a cleaning list. Suppose you have somebody who comes and cleans for you at home or at work, or even just for yourself. What needs to be done in every single room? So if you hire somebody to do that, you're not disappointed that they're missing things. At work, you might have opening and closing procedures. So it's a checklist somebody can initial check off every day. And it makes it easy then if you hire somebody new. It could be a chore list for children. It could be a maintenance list, like a household maintenance list or a work maintenance list. By having checklists, think of it as 3 Ds. You don't need to think, it's done correctly, and you can easily delegate it. So if you want somebody to do something for you that's going to be a repetitive task, make a checklist to make sure it gets done exactly the way you want every single time. Plus, it's just easier on you. You don't have to recreate the wheel every time you need to do something like a packing checklist. I have the same packing checklist I've been using for years. My kids will even ask me, Mom, you know, I need that packing checklist. Is it still on your website, or how can I get to it? They use it. I use it so much that I actually print out extra copies. I put it with my luggage. But I use it so much that I actually can pack now without even looking at it, and then I just pull it out. And again, it's easy to delegate. So you can have a very, should I say, comprehensive checklist, and you can see it pretty well here. So up here, if you take a look at it, this is the household maintenance checklist. So here's the task. I have an alphabetical order, so if you were looking for one, you could quickly find when it needs to be done. But over here, I have the months, and I have it grayed out of the months that it doesn't need to do. So maybe you need to change your air filters. You have 3 to change. You change them every 3 months. You want to check your basement for leaks and dampness. You want to have your carpets cleaned once a year. You want to you want to clean out the dryer vent. So you can see exactly when to do it. But if you notice, think how easy this is to give to somebody else in your household to do. Or, so you remember remember to do it. So you can check it off, or you can put the date that you did it. It's very easy to make this. I just made it in Microsoft Word with a table. So you go to insert tables, and that's how you do it, and you just do the shading. So very easy to do. Once you have it done, it's on your computer, you can print it out, give it to anybody for any type of list. A packing checklist I certainly wouldn't have like this because you don't need the months. You just need a checklist with a checkbox. But just to give you an example of how easy it is to do. So, going back to mastering checklists, the first step, if you remember, was to set your goals, determine what goal you're going to work on and the steps to it. Next, you want to create your master to-do list, and then you want to create checklists, because checklists just make it easier for tasks that need to be done. So if you follow those, it's very easy to be productive, especially with that master to-do list. Now, getting organized. From my perspective, it's very easy to get organized. I know not from everybody else's perspective. But I'm going to show you some tricks that you can take back with you. I always say there is a simple foundation for getting organized and maximizing space. And you can take that and apply it to different areas of your home or of your life, whether it's at work or home. So the first thing I'm going to teach you about organizing your sock drawer. Now, you may have a sock drawer that you have to push down on the socks to open your drawer. Some of you may consider your sock drawer the laundry basket, because that's where you go for your socks. And some of you may even consider the dryer your sock drawer, or on top of the dryer, because that's where you go for your socks. But it's really not. Your sock drawer is your sock drawer. So I'm going to show you an easy way to, yes?
Yeah. Where the hell do those single socks go?
Yes. We'll talk about that too. So if you were organized, you would, we'll talk about that. So, I'm going to teach you a way that you're, does anybody feel they have an organized sock drawer? Yes. Oh wow. Okay, very good. I'm impressed. I like get friends with those people. So, if you could take that, you could picture, now this would be a really, really deep sock drawer, but if you could picture those socks so you have folded very nicely and stacked, but instead of having them stacked in your sock drawer, if you have them going vertical, this is, I call it a quick pick vertical storage system. So when you open up your sock drawer, look at how beautiful it looks. So how easy is it to make it that beautiful? Very easy. All you have to do is take a pair of socks, pair them together is the first step, and then what you want to do is fold them to the height of your drawer. So if you have a deeper drawer, or a shallower drawer, you want to fold it like this and stand them up. If you have a deeper drawer, you might want to fold it in thirds and stand it up. You want to do it to the height of your drawer because then you're maximizing all the vertical space. By maxing all the vertical space, you're going to have more horizontal space. Yes?
I believe there's meds for this condition.
Excellent question.
I guess we have a comedian in the room. And a rebel. So, is there anything that you notice about these socks?
They're clean.
They're brand new. There's two of them, correct? But there's no heel sticking out. So if you want to be really organized, you want to maximize your space, most of you have your socks like this, correct? So I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why you don't want your socks like this. The first is because they take up more space in your drawer, because they're not as narrow. And secondly, if your socks are like this, you'll notice this sock already has a line going down, and you're going to get a crease going down your socks. And then when you look down at your feet, you're going to see a crease in your socks. And you see a white mark, especially in your darker color socks. That's much as likely. That crease will wear a white line. So
I was noticing yours earlier.
So you're, yeah. So you're going to notice, like I said, your socks are not going to be like this. Mine are like this. And why aren't they like this in a store? In stores, they're like this, and that's why you fold your socks like this, because this is the way they come home, and that's the way they're used to being folded, because they were like this in the store. Why are they like this in the store? Because the stores never consulted with me, or the sock manufacturers never consulted with me, because they would take up less space in a store, and they could put more socks if they just did it this way.
hang them up.
So you can, believe it or not, and it's okay over there, you can retrain your socks. If you start folding them like this, they actually, after about 3 washings, will start coming out of your drawer like this. All my socks come out like this. Yes?
What does it say about a person if you actually have 2 different colored socks on, but no one actually knows because I have boots on?
Well, that's the new trend of wearing, which I don't like, so I feel off balance, of
Okay.
wearing mismatched socks.
Yeah.
That's the new trend.
That's that men's I was talking about.
But anyway, so ideally, you want your socks like this, you just pull it straight across. And then again, like I said, you fold it to the height of your drawer, put it in your drawer. If you want to be really organized, start in the bottom left-hand corner with your white socks, put it in color order all the way to the back right where there's black. This way, if it's at nighttime or in the morning, it's a little bit dark, you know exactly where the black socks are, you're not thinking blue. And I will tell you this, I will promise you this. If you go home and do this to your sock drawer this evening or whenever, you will be amazed at how much space you will have left over in your sock drawer by doing this, and how nice and neat your sock drawer looks every time you open it up. Now, you can do more than your socks. You can do socks, underwear, bras, t-shirts, turtlenecks, pajamas. There's not a limit. So, anyway, going back to getting organized in 10 minutes a day, most people will say, oh, I don't have time to get organized. And I've been doing this 23 years. I've been speaking for 23 years as well. And so everybody always tries to give me an excuse of why they're not organized. When I was speaking there, I was like, I don't have time. So how I came up with 10 minutes a day is, if you watch television, tape the show, watch it later, maybe watch it the next day or watch it later on, and skip through the commercials, and you will have more than 10 minutes. So I just saved you 10 minutes. So by having 10 minutes a day, the first day, you do your socks. The second day, you could do your t-shirts in your drawer. You do the same thing, fold it the same way. You always want to do single side up, otherwise it looks like you have 2 pairs of socks. So that's one of the things that you can do in getting organized in 10 minutes a day. And 10 minutes a day to organizing success is a whole program that I teach, so I'm just giving you some smidgens from it. So next, another way to be organized and save time is to have all your rewards cards, frequent flyer cards, everything like that, membership cards on your phone. There's a free app, it's called CardStar. Does anybody have an app on their phone for all the rewards? I'm surprised just that few more people have their sock drawer organized than and this is free and this is easy. You don't have to do much. Download the app, and then you can scan in all your cards if they have a barcode, or you can type in the number and a barcode will come up. So on my phone, for example, as you can see, I have the Hallmark card, or I can have Weis, or I can have Giant, I can have Hilton, I can have Delta. So every time I need to make a reservation, I can just pull it up, it's right on my phone. You also can share this app with other family members. So they have all the cards. So when they're at the grocery store, they're not saying, I'm calling you for the barcode, getting a picture of it or the number. Also too, when you make reservations, you have it right there. How many times you're making a flight reservation and you need your frequent flyer number or a hotel. You can even put your AAA card on here. So that way it gets rid of the clutter in your wallet or in your purse, or it's scrambling to find all those frequent flyer numbers, and it's all right here. And it's free. I've been using it for years. Actually, I made my own before they ever came out with this. I made my own, and I printed out on cards all the little barcodes years ago. I should have invented something. I probably did it 20 years ago. And then they came up with a free app. So anyway, love it. And then next, another little trick is, here's a list of, this is actually mine, of all different ones that I have, is trying to show you. You can have them in alphabetical order. I took them out of alphabetical order just to try and show you all different ones I have on mine. From Alamo to Staples, to TGI Fridays, everything. You can even have your insurance card. So, if you live in a household where some people in your household, maybe yourself or maybe others, say, I wear all that stuff that I have, and they don't want to get rid of their clothing. There's an easy trick, whether it's children, a significant other, or yourself. At the beginning of a season, you go into your closet and normally all your clothes are hanging over the rod on a hanger like this. You take them all and you turn them around and you put the rod, or you put the hanger over the rod this way. By doing that, and it's gonna look a little odd at first, but as you wear them and you launder them or dry clean them, and you put them back back over the rod this way. Then at the end of the season, you can see what you didn't wear. And it's not taking the clothes off your hanger and turning around, it's just grabbing the hanger and flipping it around. So if someone says, you know, I wear all my stuff, you can easily do it so they don't wear, or for yourself. So it's a very, very easy trick to do. And that's, again, something to 10 minutes a day to organizing success. You could do the hangers, you could do the app for all your rewards programs. So it makes it very easy. Any questions on that? Has anybody ever done that, turn their hangers over? Good, one person, wow. Getting better with this, the rates going up. So to tell you a little bit more about myself, so I am a certified professional organizer. So I help people in their homes and in their businesses. I'm a productivity consultant, so I work with a lot of businesses. I'm a professional speaker. I'm a closet designer. I have a closet business. I'm also a shelf genie designer. Did anybody ever hear of shelf genie? You know what it is? Pull-up shelving. I just see advertisements for that. And I up until December, had a store in Emmaus. We lost our lease, and so we now have another, in 30 days to move out, so we now have another location, but it's by appointment only. So why did I sell up here? Because I tell people, once you meet me, you have no excuse not to be organized. I can come in and do it, you can hear me speak, you know, you can't say, you know, oh, my closet's not organized, anything like that. So I take all the roadblocks out of being organized. And I've been probably on 50 to 100 different television shows. You'll see me throughout the year on Channel 69 doing segments. I was just, I think it was last week or the week before. I'm usually on a Wednesday at 8:50 in the morning. There's some of the closet systems that we do. They're designed so the homeowner can install themselves, or we can do it for you. We design free of charge. We have garage systems as well. There's the pull-up shelving, pantries, bathroom vanities, kitchen cabinets. That was the display from our store. And if you want to stay connected with me and get some tips, you can follow me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/proorganizer, or I also have a newsletter that goes out about once or twice a year with organizing tips. You can sign up for that on my website. I also have some brochures here with my business card with the pull-up shelving. We offer free in-home design consultation. So what questions do you have on getting organized and being productive? Yes.
I don't worry about the socks, but my
maybe the underwear?
What's that?
The underwear you worry about? Oh, okay.
Diapers. I have a difficulty organizing paper, you know.
Okay.
I have a home office and there's paper all over the place. You know, you have a filing cabinet, but I'm debating whether to put paper on, store all those documents on a computer or keep hard copies. Any suggestions?
Yes, I think you need some of both. You can't go completely digital. And I also, so I do Work Health Made Easy, which is about paper management at home or at work. I also do a 2-hour presentation on paper management because that's how long it takes, a 2-hour presentation. We are inundated with papers. You would think we're not because everything comes by computer. That's a very big question. It's actually very simple to do, but overwhelming for people to do. Why it's so overwhelming with paper management is people don't know what to keep and what to toss. Am I ever going to need this one day? So that's the biggest struggle. As much as you can go digital, I would go digital, but what you have to be careful, what people don't think of is now we get our bank statements, they're online, so we never get them in the mail. We maybe never get mortgage statements or whatever. Do you ever need to go back and get that bank statement? Because some banks, I know Vanguard, I was trying to get a statement from a couple years ago. I was looking into it. They only go back 18 months. So what you should do, don't think you're home free because, oh, these online banks or financial institutions have them. No, after so long, they're gone. So what you should do is save it as a PDF on your computer, but not only save it as a PDF on your computer, have a backup, because if something happens to your computer, you're losing it. So you may need some of those documents if you ever had an audit, or for whatever reason you have to go back and prove a payment. So don't just think, oh, digital is great. It is great, but you also have to save digital files that are out there online. Any other questions?
Diane, can you stay a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome.
Very much, everybody. Thank you, Gift, for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Oh, there it is.
I think it's,
That was a great presentation, everyone. Everybody take one little thing from that and make a change. What I realized is my underwear is in my sock drawer, and my socks are in where my underwear should be. So my socks are in the deep drawer. My underwear's in the shallow drawer. I should be stacking my underwear and then doing this, but I'm going to put a phone call into my doc and see if I can get those meds out. Yeah, let's move on. Yes, Freddie.
There have to be meds for that.
There are.
Nobody takes them.
The problem is that my meds are in my jeans drawer, and my jeans are in my medicine cabinet. Okay, so just a reminder, everyone, there is a board meeting following. If you're a committee chair, we'd love to have you. Any other members? We do have one big topic, if you saw that in the trumpet. Our cost for breakfast here per week has gone up. We think we've come up with a really good solution. Thank you to Lexa. We're going to be throwing that out the board this morning, and we'll make an announcement next week. But it's not going to be $30 or anything, so hopefully see everybody next week. Let's rise, and let's say the four-way test this week to close the meeting. The four-way test are the things we think, say, or do. First,
is the truth.
Second,
is fair to all concerned.
Third,
Will build goodwill and better friendships.
and fourth.
Will be beneficial to all concerned.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Diane. Great presentation. Have a great week, everyone.